Grime is rapidly becoming one of the UK's biggest cultural exports. With more awards being won and festivals being headlined by British grime artists, the genre has made massive strides towards the mainstream, despite grime's origins lying within the underground. The group BBK have in the last few years collaborated with American artists like Drake, forcing Britain's grime scene to rise globally. Artists such as Skepta, Stormzy, Giggs, Kano, JME, Lethal Bizzle and Wiley are bigger than ever, and the list only gets longer. But what I wanted to explore is the genre's influence on drugs. I was heading to Andy Nicholson's studio in Sheffield city centre to link LDizz and talk about the grime industry and its influence on drugs, primarily being cannabis. So tell us, how long have you been in the industry?
Well, I wouldn't say I've been in for like as long as I've been making music. Like, I've been making music for about 6-7 years now, but I've probably been doing it serious and actually been noticed and like in for about 2-3 maybe 4, because I used to do music before and then I took quite a large break, which obviously like took me down quite a bit, and then I had a name change and things like that. But obviously now, so I'd say about 3-4 years maybe.
Yeah. So big question,
yeah.
But what is grime to you? How would you personally define that genre?
It's a tricky question because a lot of people say it's the tempo, a lot of people say it's the feeling. I'd say it's just a complete mixture of both.
Yeah.
What you're talking about and the energy as well, because really and truly what it was is grime was meant to be 140 BPM. That's what I always knew grime to be. But that doesn't mean if I make a song at 138 that it's not grime because it's not 140. Right. So really and truly I think it's more about how you're rapping on the beat, how quick you're rapping on the beat, what you're talking about, and like the energy that you have. So I'd just say energy really. Yeah, for me. Grime acts are what people want now, I feel like, and especially everybody likes to root for an underdog as well. And I feel like obviously because grime hasn't just come and hit straight away, it's had to grind from the bottom to where it is now. I feel like people like to support it because it's an underdog. So promoters might look at booking a grime artist before they would ever book anything else. Like maybe it would have been a drum and bass artist before, but now it's going to be a grime artist. I feel like there's a bigger path for people to go through now.
Yeah. So let's talk about grime's influence on drugs. So the image on one of your mixtapes is an image of a joint. So do you smoke cannabis in your spare time?
Yeah, I do smoke. Not in my spare time though, all the time. So yeah, I do smoke regularly still.
Yeah. What age did you start smoking?
Well, I smoked first when I was young, real young, like 13. Well, that's not even real young. A lot of people start early. I was speaking to someone the other day, they told me they smoked their first joint when they was 9. So I didn't start smoking fully then though, because obviously I was doing football, so I didn't start smoking fully until I was like 17, 18-ish sort of age.
And where would you say grime fits in with smoking?
With smoke, yeah. I'd say they're just joint together because, well, not necessarily they are, but they're not at the same time, because there's people who do grime and don't smoke, and there's people that smoke and would never listen to grime. But then again, when you do go into like the grime culture, like especially back in the day where it was more like sets and things like that, there would be just smoke in the air all the time. So really and truly, like even in Sheffield when we do little events and stuff, there's always smoke in the air, and that's like just a natural sort of thing as well. I don't know how other people find this, but with me, when I'm writing my music, if I'm smoking, I'm writing my music quicker, I'm writing my music more creative. Like it helps me towards obviously the goal that I want to reach. That's not to say I can't write music or do music without smoking.
Do you feel like grime promotes any higher class drugs?
No. The thing is, I don't think it does. Not the use of higher class drugs. I think that's more in America.
Yeah.
Not in the UK. In the UK, that's looked down on really from people from a grime culture anyway.
Have you had any bad effects, whether it be short term or long term? Do you feel like you've ever experienced that yourself?
No.
Have you ever seen it on anyone else? Like for example, you know, cannabis, like THC.
Yeah.
You know, that's more likely to damage your mental health in the long run.
Me personally, I've never had any sort of bad experience from smoking weed. Never, like not even from the first time I ever smoked it till now. Never.
Yeah.
the worst I will ever get is a small headache and I'll get tired, and that's when I've been smoking all day, and I've been smoking literally all the time, but that doesn't happen very often, and that's most of the time because I'm probably dehydrated anyway. Now I have seen other people have experiences, like maybe if you've never smoked weed before and then you suddenly come and smoke with somebody who's been smoking for a while, and you smoke the same amount as them, then it's like anything, you're gonna have a like extreme sort of trip off that. Like if I never have caffeine and then so all of a sudden I go and drink 10 cups of coffee, I'm gonna be over the top of what anybody else would be of doing that, you know what I mean?